Hi, how y'all doing? It is Monday, March the 15th, 2026. It's the 16th. I apologize. Here in Ontario, Canada, it's rainy, cloud covered, and it rained most of the day. Yesterday it snowed, right? It was colder. Today it's warmer, 8 to 9 degrees, and it's raining. So all the snow that dumped the other day is gone. But more snow's coming again tonight. So, yeah, chaotic weather. It's part of the plan, I suppose, right? Of the last days. So, extreme weather changes. The Schuman was 38 yesterday. It's 31 today. So down a little bit, but my ears ringing. My ears are ringing intensely, and my body's a bit icky. A lot of pressure in the head, my spine, my foot. Usual crap. Feeling very uncomfortable today. Almost a frustration, right? So, yeah. I slept good last night. Only woke up once. Dreamt, but I don't recall. So, I'm not meant to. That's how it works. I was just looking out the window. That's why I look away and watching. Right? It's what I do. It's what I've always done ever since I was a little girl. I like to sit at a window. Don't have a lot to talk about. New moon's in 2 days, which is when Iran celebrates the beginning, almost beginning, of the new year. They go out on Wednesday night and shoot off fireworks. But the regime leaders told them they're not allowed to do it this year, right? There's no leader anymore. They're all gone, right? So, yeah. So I guess we could say the new year here is the beginning of spring. I think the first day of spring would be the 20th. So that's Friday. So leave all old stuff and think about new things, what you want your new beginning to be, right? We've been doing this for a while now. That's why they're propping up the fake wars and all this shit, right? It's to get your vibration down so you don't think of how good it's gonna be, you know? So, yeah, don't consent to the crap, right? Just don't consent. I was been paying attention. I've been watching this YouTube, and it's a Israeli Jew, and he talks to Palestinian people all the time, right? And tries to show them uh, his view on the big story, right? On their story. That's weird, right? Palestine's never been a country, right? Israel was never a country before, right? They took over that land. Who they took it from, I'm not sure. Where the Palestinians come from, I'm not sure, right? But yeah, it's so confusing. It really is to try to find out who's telling the truth and who's not, right? Because I've never learned about any of this stuff before. But sources guiding me to watch it. I must need to know, right? Me and my son were talking about it in the Rise. And what I've come to understand is that you can tell the radicals in their religions by who's be knocking on your door trying to convert you. Let me talk to you about Jesus, right? Here's this pamphlet about Muslims or Islam, right? And I was like, so you can tell the extremists by those are the ones that are always trying to get you to change your religion. He's like, yep, pretty good call, Mom. Right? I said, okay. I said, do you think it'll get taken over in Canada? He's like, nope, not a chance. He's like, the younger his generation don't care about the Bible or the religions. They see it in a totally different way. I thought, right on, right on. It took me 50 years to get out of the indoctrination that my aunt and school and everybody put me under at a young age. Right? But like I said, it's always made me feel icky. I never felt good when I came out of a church. It always made me feel worse than when I went in. It was my soul saying, it's a lie, they're feeding you a lie, right? So yeah. Oh golly, I guess I didn't do a video yesterday, did I? I didn't really feel like doing one today either. I'm getting uploaded. Nothing's resonating with me. That's the frustration, right? I guess there's intense energy right now. So just ground. It's about all we could do, I think, is stay grounded, right? Think positive thoughts about how wonderful the new year is going to be, right? All the wonderful things. All the pedophiles are going to be gone, right? All the homosexual Islamic dictators, right? That's the problem with Afghanistan and Pakistan too, I believe, is that they have homosexual dictators in charge of their countries, right? The regime. Wherever you see women being treated poorly and not given equal rights, in a way. I don't believe in feminism, but like you shouldn't have to cover your head, wear a burqa or a hijab, any of that, right? That's the excuse me, homophobic shit. If they're homosexuals, I guess they don't like looking at women, so get them to cover up, right? So yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I find it very strange. No birds, no canines today. But it was raining pretty intense out earlier. So if I was a canine, I wouldn't be going out for a walk in this weather either. Right? Neighborhood's quiet. Heard several sirens today. So the pressure's on the people. Or are they people? You know what I mean? We don't know, do we? Everything's a lie. You can't believe anything you see on TV. Remember? And anything the government says, right? Same thing. All lies. All part of the play. So why would you believe that shit's going on in Iran? Who's talking about it? The government, right? It's weird, isn't it? But I told you this a couple of weeks ago. That it was bullshit. So yeah. I've had to change my mind so many times about what I thought what was going on and who people really were. But that's what happens when you learn, you know? So yeah. I hope you're having a good day. I do. My son, one of his cats went into heat. It's been like a year since she's been in heat, which is weird because usually it's every 6 months. All right? So yeah, yesterday too, while we were having a snowstorm, it was thundering and lightning. That's the first sign of spring, right? That opens the creeks so the smelts can run, breaks ice off the lakes, stuff like that. I thought that was different. It's a little bit earlier than I remember. But it is what it is, right? I haven't seen no ships in the sky, nothing strange lately. Everything just seems to be boring. But I must have to go through this for a reason. Right? Everything happens for a reason. All right. That's enough. Every day, I feel more at ease. Every day, my intuition is stronger. And every day, I have more gratitude. Love you all to consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye. Bye.